Hi guys, it's Misty. Welcome to another card video on my YouTube channel. This week I made I guess, fairy shaker card. The theme this week at Always Fun Challenges is called Let It Sparkle. So I decided to go with a shaker card. And fairies are always sparkly, so I went with fairies too. The stamps that I'm using is Secret Garden by Simon Says Stamp. And then I'm also using the Birch Tree Window by Simon Says Stamp. Both of these, I haven't used either one of these yet, so I was happy to use both the die and this adorable stamp set. So I'm not going to include all of the Copic coloring in this. It just takes way too long. It makes my video, twice as long. So if you want a list of all the colors I used, I will list them all over on my blog, so you can just head over there. I'm going to go ahead and leave some of it in though, just because I personally love to watch people color. That's mainly how I learned how to Copic color, was watching, a bunch of videos on here. And I took a couple classes just to learn how to do the shading and stuff. But for the most part, it was just watching other people. So I had no idea what color scheme I wanted to go with for this card. So I basically just chose a package of sequins. I chose Caribbean Dream by Lucy's Cards, or Little Things by Lucy's Cards, and I based the whole card around those sequins. Well, you'll see it here, but it's kind of a light blue iridescent um, sequins package. So I started out with that, and then based everything around that. So here is one of my two favorite little helpers. Bubby's gonna join me and help me pick out some colors here. This is my son's best friend, and I absolutely love this kid. He's a very sweet kid. He spends a lot of time at our house, so he's made quite a few cards. He's quite talented, this boy. All right, so I'm having him help me pick out some colors for the fairy wings, and he chose a light purple. So here he is helping me find those markers. His dirty little hand. You can tell football season has started. Yeah, so I was thinking like a light blue for the fairy wings, and he chose a light purple. So I was pleasantly surprised with his choice. So I'm giving him two different options here. The second option was more pinkish, so he chose the first one. Look at that. Good choice, Bubby. Not only is this kid a great little card maker, but he kills it on the football field. I'll have to upload some videos this season. I absolutely love watching him and my son play. Here's a quick close-up. Look how adorable she is. Great kid, I tell ya. He's got a great mom, too. I love his mom. All right, so I decided I was just going to do a green background with Distress Inks. I'm using Twisted Citron, but then I found I was looking for some skin tones in my past cards that I've made. And I came across a mermaid card that I made a while ago, and it had this combination. It's peacock feathers and twisted citron. And it's just a great color combination. So I decided to reuse this color combo. And I just splattered it with some water to give it that cool effect. And then this is really easy to line up the craft foam where to cut. I just held it up to the light, and it showed me right where I needed to cut. I like it when it's easy like that. And I was going to use my fuse tool to do this shaker card, just because I haven't used my fuse tool in ages. I actually forgot that I had it. But I'm used to this way now, and I didn't want to spend more time on this than I already had. So I just went ahead and did it the my trusty method here of using craft foam and acetate. I'm using the Be Creative or Sookwang double-sided adhesive. It goes by a couple different names, I think. I use it always on my craft foam, but it works really great for these shakers cards too, because you can just mold it to what shape you want, as you just saw me do there. I did it on the other side of the acetate too, which I really didn't need to do, but I don't know, I guess I was just being consistent. So I made another background with the same color combination, and it turned out beautiful to cut out this Believe with. I absolutely love the blend line where the two colors blend together. And I'm not quite sure why I thought I could fill my shaker card this way. This doesn't work for me. I can never do it this way unless I have a backing to it that it doesn't matter, or it's the same size as the window here. I can't line it up because I can't see it. Does that make sense? So I had to take them out of the window there, put them in my little funnel you see over on the left, and then I'm gonna pour them in the center of the card base. Backing, I guess it's not the card base, but the card background. But I decided to add some white dots to the top of my little mushroom house here. Yeah, so that's how I do it. I put it in the middle and push it all together, and then put the window on. Because see, I want to be able to line it up. I like to have the border there so you can see the color around the card front, and I can't do that if I can't see it. I tried it and it was totally crooked, so this is just how I do it. It works. Works for me. Gluing my little fairy down with some multi-medium matte glue. And since I put her flat on the front of the card, I decided to pop up the Believe a little bit. And I'll put links to all the products I used in the description below, and also over on my blog. So I'm adding the Spectrum Noir glitter pen over the fairy wings. And I'm also going to add some to the little wand there. And then to pop up the Believe a little bit, I was going to use craft foam there as well, but I couldn't line it up right, so I just didn't want to waste time on it. It was quicker for me to cut it out 5 times on just Nina 80-pound cardstock, and then glue them all together. I have a little spray box, so I use the spray adhesive and an old Simon Says Stamp card kit box, and I just spray each one of them and then stick them together. And now I'm just going to add a touch of glossy accents to the wand. And now it's basically just gluing everything on. Using some more of the multi-medium matte to glue on the Believe. And I decided to add a couple sequins to the front, and then I'm just going to color the butterflies, and I'm going to do the same, or I'm going to try to do the same color as the background and as the Believe. And I am almost done. So close to the end here. So like I said, I colored the butterflies to match the background, and I'll list all the colors I used over on my blog. And I'm going to use some little glue dots to put behind the sequins. Sometimes I'll do that, or sometimes I'll just use the multimedia mat sitting there to glue my sequins on. So I wanted to give the butterflies some dimension as well, so I put some adhesive squares on the back of them. Just gives the card that little extra something. And that's it. That's my whole card. Ain't it sparkly? I love shaker cards. I love them. So I was going to put the, yeah, I add some Wink Stella to the butterflies, and I was going to add it to the Believe, but I was afraid it would affect the way it looked, affect the color, so I didn't do it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video and sticking it out till the end. I do appreciate it, and if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment or hop on over to my blog. Thanks. Bye.